Clasico is just a few days away this Sunday, and with every passing day and every passing moment, the hype and the anticipation is building up. So what I want to do today is build my combined El Clasico 11, and what we're going to do is we're not going to include the whole squad. We're not going to include players who are unavailable or players who aren't fully fit. We're going to only focus on the players that are more or less, not guaranteed, but more or less guaranteed to start, or more or less, or very, very likely to play in the starting 11 for their teams, whether that's Madrid or Barcelona. Now, I don't know everyone that's missing from Barcelona. I don't know every injury they have. So if I accidentally include a player that's unavailable, that's on me, but I don't think I will, because I'm pretty sure I know who's missing. It's just, I'm not 100%. But anyway, let's kick things off with the goalkeeping position, where it is the easiest of all the positions. I mean, it's not even kind of close. It's not even a question. It's Thibaut Courtois. Now, this is so easy and so one-sided that even if Joan Garcia was available and even if he was playing and he wasn't out injured, even then it wouldn't be close. Even then it wouldn't be a question. This man is arguably the best keeper in world football and has been for the past few seasons. And there's not a lot that goes past Thibaut. And even when the ball does go past Thibaut, it tends to be something special. So I think this is the least controversial position on the pitch. There are maybe one of. There is one that's maybe even less controversial than this. But this one is the easiest choice. One of the easiest choices, and definitely the quickest and easiest one to start things off with. Thibaut is my goalkeeper in the combined 11. Moving on to the right back position. And we would have a few options on the table if everyone was available, but they're not. Trent is unlikely to start, let alone or even play. Carvajal is unlikely to start or even play. To be completely honest, the right backs are very, very likely going to be Fede Valverde for Real Madrid and Jules Koundé for Barcelona. And I am going Jules Koundé at right back. It's not even a question. It is not even a question. I like Fede. Don't get me wrong. I like him. And I feel like at times, maybe he should be playing right back more than he should be playing centre mid. And it's kind of mad to say, but it's just, I like our centre mid so much. And Real Madrid's central midfield with Arda and Tchouaméni and now Jude just seems to make so much more sense than the Fede being in there, that I'm just like, maybe he should just be playing right back. But obviously with the injuries, when players return, he won't be. But going to Koundé. I just love Koundé at right back. I feel like he just offers so much. He does both sides of the game so well. It's not even close. He is so phenomenal and he's so fantastic that even if Carvajal and Trent were available, I would still maybe be arguing Koundé might deserve it. Now, I don't know if I would definitely give it to him. My Real Madrid bias might tilt things a little bit. But because neither of those two are available, it's just very, very easy to say Jules Koundé. I love Koundé. I think he is a baller. And I think Barcelona are so solid when he is playing. And when he is not playing, you can definitely see that they feel it at the back. Moving on to the left back position, where, I've got to be completely honest, were it not for the Atletico Madrid game, I would have gone Carreras easy. Easy. It wouldn't have even been close. Well, actually, it would have been close because I'm a big fan of Balde. I am a massive fan of Alejandro Balde. But Alvaro Carreras has not put a foot wrong since he's joined Real Madrid. He has been perfect. There hasn't been a single blemish on his record. He has been flawless. But then you look at the Atletico game. All that you can say if you don't look at the Atletico game. When you look at the Madrid derby, he was shambolic. He had a shocking game and he was... I mean, to be honest, he looked like he needed to come off that pitch. He looked like he didn't know how to play football and he was struggling a lot. So, because of that game, he lost a lot of points with me. A lot. Whereas Alejandro Balde, I absolutely love. Now, he's not as good as Koundé on both sides of the game. He is a lot better going forward than maybe he is defensively. But he has the luxury. He has the luxury of being blisteringly fast, which means that even if he isn't in the best position or even if he does make a mistake, because of that pace, he can more than make up for it. So my left back is going to be Alejandro Balde. Moving on to the centre backs, and we are going to waste no time here. I'm going straight with who I think. We're going Eder Militao and we're going Pau Cuba. What the hell did I just say? We're going Eder Militao and we're going Pau Kubasi. If Huijsen was available, things would be different. But then we're not talking about players who aren't available. Eder Militao is definitely... He's ahead of everyone else. He's the number one centre-back on this pitch and on this team. And of all the centre-backs available for both teams. That is, I don't have many doubts about that. Besides that, we're not putting Asensio. Asensio is not better than Kubasi. And I don't even like... I forgot his name now. What is it? I don't even like Ronald Araujo anymore. Like, When he was playing right back against Vinny for a minute, he was a problem. But I don't know what's gone wrong with the guy, but whether it's confidence, whether it's something else, he's just not the player he used to be. So for me, the centre-back pairing is definitely Eder Militao and Pau Kubasi. Moving on to the midfield, and I feel like I need to fill these slots in before I talk about them. So let me fill them in first, and then we'll get into it. We have Jude Bellingham, Arda Guler, and Pedri. Now, there's no CDM in this. There is no holding. I don't care. I do not care. Tchouaméni is a baller, and I absolutely love Tchouaméni, and he has been fantastic this season, but there is no way I can put him ahead of anyone else on this pitch. There is no way. I don't care about the balance, I don't care about any of that. I just need 3 midfielders. This isn't a team that's going to be playing anyone. This is just the best 11, and in terms of midfielders, these 3 are the best midfielders. We'll start with Pedri. Pedri is just a baller. Pedri is just a baller. He just makes football look easy. He's one of those players that just makes football look easy. When he's on the ball, it's like time slows down. It's like everyone on the pitch slows down. It's like he's got all the time in the world and no one wants to go anywhere near him. And that's not the case. That's not a factor. Players are constantly running. They're constantly pressing. They're constantly charging at their opponents. But Pedri is just that good that he just seems to find time and space on the pitch, and he makes it seem like he's got all the time in the world. Pedri is an absolute baller, and there is no way you're making an El Clasico 11 with him available and him not being on the pitch. Next, we have Arda Guler. And I don't even know where to begin with Arda, because Arda has been a revelation this year. Because this guy, everyone knew he had talent. Everyone knew he had potential. It's the reason a couple years ago, both Barcelona and Real Madrid were fighting to sign him, with Real Madrid obviously eventually winning. The problem started when he arrived, and literally the moment he arrived, because he picked up an injury. And he missed the whole pre-season because of that injury, and was out for a while. And they never really got going following that. He couldn't really get a starting position in the team. He couldn't really find his position on the pitch. He wasn't really working when he was playing. Like, he had glimpses and moments, but it wasn't very consistent. And even when he was playing, sometimes, it just seemed like he was trying too much. It seemed like he was trying too hard. Instead of playing an easy pass, or instead of keeping it simple, he kept trying to do the amazing 30-40 yard top bin screamer, and it's not the right thing to do. And he didn't really get a lot of chances. He didn't really have a lot of patience from Carlo Ancelotti, and he couldn't really find his position. Then came Xabi Alonso, and then, more importantly, came the position change, and Arda Güler has not looked back since. I mean, as a central midfielder, he looks like he's found this position. He looks like he knows what he needs to do. It looks like he's found the place on the pitch where he can make use of his best attributes. Arda's never been the fastest player in the world. And wingers, typically, they don't all need pace, but it helps. Like, you look at a Vinny Jr., you look at Mbappe. The reason they're so frightening is because of their pace. You need them to be direct and be able to run at people. Again, that's something Arda can do, but is not known for. Arda's known for his on-the-ball abilities. And something that most midfielders are known for is their on-the-ball abilities. It's their ability to find a pass. It's their ability to spread play. It's their ability to have the catalogue of passes that they have. It's being able to play every kind of pass, whether that's short, long, the line-breaking passes, the over-the-top passes, the final passes. It don't matter. That's what midfielders tend to really have. Or at least the better ones do. Like, for example, Jude Bellingham has a catalogue of passes. Pedri has a catalogue of passes. Luka Modric has a catalogue of passes. Toni Kroos has a catalogue of passes. Iniesta, Xavi. They could play all kinds of passes, and they were all phenomenal midfielders. Arda fits that mould. He is that kind of player. And he has been phenomenal at central midfield. I would go as far as to say he might be the most informed and best central midfielder in world football right now. At least offensively. Because if you look at the chance creations, you look at the assists, you look at the numbers and the stats, he's number one for all of these. He is at the very, very top for chance creation. He's at the very, very top for, I think he's at the top for assists. He might not be, but he is definitely at the top for chance creation. He's at the top for, I think it's goals and assists for an under 23 or 21 player in Europe. So he is up there. He is doing all the right things statistically and just visibly on the pitch. And he has definitely, if he hadn't already, if he hadn't from the very beginning, because Xabi Alonso had taken favour to this guy and taken a liking to him from the very, very start, if he hadn't already, I mean, we can say without a doubt right now, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. One of the first. And it's kind of unfair for Tchouaméni, because Tchouaméni could have easily made this team. The only difference is, and the only problem is, because Tchouaméni has also been that good, and he's been that quality and that phenomenal this season. The only real difference is, Tchouaméni as a defensive midfielder and as a destroyer of play and all that stuff, he's not really the player you can get highlights of. Arda, everything he does, because it's offensive, it's just easier to have highlights of him. So it's easier to see what Arda does right and does better. Tchouaméni is just a bit harder. If you're not watching, you can't really see what he's doing all the time. Do you get me? So, and I think I'm kind of falling victim to that as well. Because the reason why I've chosen Arda Guler, but, I mean, you can't really keep him out either. Arda's just been phenomenal. Moving on to Jude Bellingham. I mean, Bellingham is one of my favourite players in world football. I don't care that he's just only came back from injury. That don't matter. I don't care if he hasn't really got match practice. That don't matter. Jude Bellingham is one of my favourite players in world football. And forget El Clasico combined 11. There's no way you're making a world 11 and the midfield doesn't have the name Jude Bellingham in it. I rate him that highly and he is that good. He is that good. There is not a more complete player in world football, I don't think, than Jude Bellingham. He can do everything. There is not a single thing on a football pitch that he cannot do. And there is no way he is not going to be a part of this midfield. And I mean, in terms of balance, like I said, we don't have a holding midfielder. And that is a problem. But in terms of midfield and quality and just names on a piece of paper, it doesn't get much better than this season. I mean, Pedri and Bellingham were kind of there all the time anyway. But now even Arda Guler, who's found his way onto the same table as these two and is holding his own. He is not behind them. He is right next to them on the pitch and on the same table. This is a midfield. This is one heck of a midfield. And like I said, there's the only real change I could make is maybe Tchouaméni for one of them. De Jong maybe could, you could make, Barca fans might make an argument for. I don't see it. I feel like De Jong at Ajax was phenomenal, but ever since he's been at Barcelona, he's had moments, but he's never really been that same thing. So I don't really see it with him. The only case I've really got is Tchouaméni. Moving on to the right wing, why even waste time? Why even waste time? Who else is going to go here? Who else is really going to go here? Of course, it's Lamine Yamal. Don't get me wrong, Mastantuono has been fantastic, but Mastantuono is still very, very young. He only just turned 18 in the summer. He's only just arrived at Real Madrid a couple months ago, and he has been phenomenal. But Lamine Yamal has been doing this thing since he was 16. This man has been doing it for 2 years, and he has also just turned 18, and he is also probably just a couple months older or younger than Mastantuono, and the only difference between them is whereas Mastantuono was doing it in the Argentinian league with River Plate, this guy was doing it in Barcelona, in La Liga, in Spain for the past couple years. Like, I mean, I thought Thibaut was easy. This one is also, like, this one and the striker. I mean, everyone knows who the striker is going to be, but these three positions were the easiest three positions to pick on the pitch. Actually, even here. Even left wing, to an extent. We'll get to that in a second. These three are the easiest positions to pick. I mean, what do I need to say about Lamine Yamal? He's 18 years old. The guy's been one of the best players in world football since he was 16. He's arguably the best player in world football at 17. Arguably. Form-wise, maybe. Like, Mbappe was still there, but form-wise and where he took his team competition-wise in the Champions League and stuff, you would argue Lamine Yamal was probably better than Mbappe for times last year. And this year, he's been injured, but he's been playing, he's fit, he's going to be playing La Liga in the Clasico. There's no one else you put there. It's Lamine Yamal. Of course it is. We'll move on to striker, because like I said, besides, can't even spell Mbappe. Besides the goalkeeper and the Lamine Yamal at right wing, who else is going up front? This is the easiest one of them all. Of course, Kylian Mbappe is going up front. You don't make a combined World 11. Like I said, just like Jude Bellingham, you don't make a combined El Clasico 11 or even a World 11 without Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is always going to be on the team sheet. He is always going to be playing. It don't matter who he's competing against. Mbappe will make it into the starting 11, and he does so here as well. The guy has started the season in scorching hot form. He has been phenomenal, just like Lamine Yamal. What more do I need to say about Kylian Mbappe? I mean, there isn't a lot I can say. So let's just move on to the final player on the pitch, where I am giving it to Vinicius Jr., but it could have very, very easily been Marcus Rashford. Rashford has been phenomenal for Barcelona. He has been getting involved in the assists. He's been getting involved in the goals. I called this at the start of the season. Rashford is going to be a problem because he has all the tools in his arsenal to be phenomenal. He has all the tools in his kit to be fantastic and to be a problem, and he has everything Barcelona are lacking. He is a striker with dribbling ability, with pace, with long shots, with free kicks, he's two-footed, he can go left or right, he can do it all. He can do it all. And yes, you have Rafinha who can play on that side, and you have Lewandowski who can play up top, and you have Ferran Torres who can play up top. They don't offer what Rashford offers. The one that comes closest is Rafinha, and if Rafinha's fit, he's probably playing, but Rashford is just a phenomenal baller, and he has been in great form lately, but Vinny's just Vinny. Vinny is just Vinny. On his day, there are not many players better than Vinny in world football. There genuinely are not. Like, you can maybe argue for one or two, and they're probably the two right next to him in Mbappe and Lamine Yamal. There are not many players in world football that can do what Vinny do, that cause the problems Vinny causes, that create the chances Vinny creates, and causes the havoc that he does just by being on the ball or being off the ball. The runs he makes, both on and off the ball, it's just... Vinny is that guy, and like I say, on his day, he's unstoppable. And just like Mbappe, just like Lamine Yamal to an extent, and just like Jude Bellingham, you're not making a world 11 and leaving Vinny out. And if you do leave Vinny out, because you maybe go Mbappe left wing and Haaland up top, you're going to have to make a very, very strong point as to why he's not there. So, this is my combined La Liga, El Clasico 11. I genuinely feel like with all the players fit and available, there isn't many changes you can make. And I feel like this is a stupid team. This is such a stupid team. Like, there is not much this team is lacking. Except for maybe heading ability and a bit of strength in just up top and in midfield. There is not a lot this team is lacking in. And it is a phenomenal team. Obviously, if everyone was fit and available, the team would be looking a bit different. But we have to go off who is available. And these are the players who are available. And in my opinion, this is the best combined El Clasico 11 from the available players. But I am going to call the video there. El Clasico is just a few days away. Like I said, the hype and the anticipation is building up with every passing day. Thanks for watching and peace.